Good job. Tasha, Shan, y'all ready?
Like me, Tasha, or Tasha
Yeah.
Clark?
I was going to say there is 2 Tashas on here. I noticed that earlier.
Hey, Tosh.
Hey.
We got Miss Carr. Miss Carr. I'm gonna call you Miss Carr today. I'm gonna call you Tasha. Now we go ahead and get this together. Since we got the green screen going live with that one. What's going on? Everybody want to introduce yourselves? I'm Ken, aka Mr. Hardpill. Jesus.
My name Hosea.
I'm Shan.
Deuces.
I'm Tasha Green, aka Miss Tasha's Got Cakes.
Tasha's got cake.
Oh, no, that's right.
Hi, y'all. I'm Tasha. And they call me Ms. Carr.
My name Hosea.
She's Miss Carr today.
Yeah. It's my bike name.
All right. Topic of discussion, man. You know, how we set this up. How the government, culture, and feminism tries to nurture the nature out of women. Good Lord, spell some shit up in there. It's not good. Okay. First, how do y'all feel about the subject? We'll start with Shan.
I definitely feel it's relevant. I would like to dig a little deeper and see how we all feel about that, but I definitely feel like it's factual and relevant. Huh?
Do you feel like the government tries to nature women?
Yeah, I feel like they do it in different kind of ways through certain narratives and things that they kind of put out there, but I definitely think that's what's going on here.
Definitely something's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Tasha, Miss Cakes.
I definitely think the government tries to take the nature out of women. If that's the case, they wouldn't be delving into our rights so much, and our rights wouldn't be such a focus for, I guess, a panel, for lack of a better word, for a government full of men. I'm like, there are things that they put their hands in that absolutely has nothing to do with running this country.
Has nothing to do with running this country. Like, for instance,
abortion laws.
Abortion laws.
What do you telling someone that they cannot have an abortion have to do with you running this country? If anything, if someone opted to do that, then that's one less chance, or however many people choose to go that route. Like, that's one less person who may not have to opt to be on public assistance. You know what I mean? Like, you're kind of throwing off some the ecosystem, so to speak, in a sense.
Does anyone here think we really need population control though? as far as America. Maybe other countries.
I was gonna say that was what I was aiming at when Tasha was talking. It's all about population control, but not just population control, controlling which races get to come into the population.
Right.
Because some people can actually afford to go to another country and have abortions or have their kids. And then once their kids reach a certain age, they'll send them back here to America with green cards and stuff, i.e., or dual citizenships. Like, take the Philippines, for instance. They don't have to have their babies here. You don't even hear about them having kids here. They can go back to their country, have their kids, wait till they get like 17, 18, then you see them in the nail shop or owning the nail shop or owning, you know what I'm saying? We're the ones, we have our kids. We don't get to go to Africa or Jamaica or something like that and have our kids and then come back. So who is the population control really for?
Right. Yeah, I didn't think about that. I didn't even actually know that either.
Yeah, because everybody's getting a one up on us when it comes to African Americans. When it comes to that,
yeah, we don't get to go to another country and say, "Hey, I'm gonna, go have my baby here or not have my baby, and I'm gonna go to another country and have my baby." Once you turn a certain age, then you can go to America, and you can be successful. Like I always like to say, everybody can come here from a different culture and get rich except for Americans.
Fast.
Why do you think that is?
Because our government gives everybody everything but us. Like they give, they can come in. Like, take the dream for instance. We was in Iraq fighting and losing our lives, while people over there was snitching, they was given a dream. They was able to come back here, go to school. They gave them a house. They gave them money. They gave them they gave them everything.
they set up shop.
They set up shop. Gas stations, restaurants, everything you can think of.
Half of the refugees from other countries too, when there's something going on in other countries, they get to take advantage of our public assistance.
Yep. And with that being said, a lot of their women don't have to work. The men go to work here. I noticed that from doing my line of work. The men go to work and the women stay at home. The caregivers, or however you want to say it, and they take care of the kids. Where in our culture, everybody gotta go to work. Yeah. Everybody, especially the women, we gotta go to work too. It's funny we're talking about that because I've been watching Supermarket Sweep reruns lately, and I hear all these women on there, and a lot of them, they say, "Oh, what do they say? They say I'm a housewife," or they say, "What's the other one? They say they are a mother. They say I'm a housewife, homemaker,
a domestic engineer,
homemaker, and all this stuff." And I said, "Wow, it went from not having to work to now you see us having 3, 4, 5, 6 jobs, and we still got to procreate too." So right now, the biggest.
How do y'all feel about that? So I have friends that are from other countries that say the women here don't know how to basically follow, listen, basically in that nature. They say the women here, they just want to feminize the men, basically. They don't know how to be wives or mothers anymore. They're more men and men now, instead of calling them women. Don't act like a woman, basically, is what I hear from. I have friends in Europe and all that. They say this when they come here. The women here are different.
I think go ahead.
Go ahead, Shy.
I think that just has to do a lot with the structure of how things are over here for us, right? And then, when I say us, I mean us, skin. So I had seen a video, and it was a white guy, and he was saying that, basically it's a little bit unfair for other race women for us as Black women to want the lifestyle, or I guess, press Black men for the lifestyle that other race women have because of how far behind they made sure Black men were in the race, right? So if a woman comes over here from another country and her man has got people who are, he got businesses. As soon as they move here, he's got business that he's doing with people. He's got property that he's getting low property taxes for the first couple years so that he can't even get on his feet. They're already kind of structured to be able to say, okay, well, you don't have to work because everything's already set up for y'all, right? So I do feel like it sucks for us because obviously as a woman, as a nurturer, a natural nurturer, Black women are the top nurturers, even though some people look at us very different. Black women are the most nurturing people on this planet. So I do feel like it just kind of sucks for us. That I just don't feel like that's just something that's handed to us the way that it's handed to others. It's almost a given for others. And for us, it's like, well, if you do X, Y, Z, and then if you don't have X, if you don't have this, or if you didn't do this before you got married, then maybe it'll be given to you. But other than that, it's not really something that I feel like is on the table for a lot of Black women. I don't know very many Black women who don't work, even if they're married and have decent jobs or whatever the case may be.
There's a difference too between. Oh, go ahead.
I would say
most nurturing.
Yeah, I would certainly say the most nurturing.
Okay, as far as their children, how do they nurture their men?
What did you say? As far as with children, how do they nurture their men?
How are they? I see the children part, but how do you nurture your men?
Okay, can I come in on that part right there? I got you, Sean. This is how I feel about that. I feel like Black women are not taught to nurture men. We're not, a lot of households, we're not taught that. We're taught to survive.
Exactly.
We taught to take care of kids, but we're not taught how to take care of a man. I've noticed that in different cultures, I've seen this, especially in Korea, they groom the women to take care of men from a very young age. But in America, we taught to take care of our little cousins, our little brother, our little this, that. But we taught to stay out of men's faces. We taught not to be near them. So all we know is what we saw our mom do or your aunt or your grandmother do. If you grew up in that setting, because some people didn't have that. They grew up in, like me, I'm adopted. So I grew up in a foster home. But I watched my mom take care of my dad. And I only had to take care of my dad because he was sick. So that's how I knew how to do it. But I didn't know, when I got older, I knew nothing of men. But to stay away from them, don't take nothing from y'all. Like, we're not taught that. We taught to raise kids and stuff, but we're not. Black women really aren't taught to how to deal with men.
But what do you think that got lost in the line? Because I feel back then it was that way. Like my grandma and great grandmother were very nurturing to their husbands and stuff like that. Where did it get lost?
Yeah, definitely.
I wonder if
is
it like a regional thing? Because for me, like, I grew up in Virginia. I'm originally from Virginia. I grew up in the country, whatever. And my great grandmother was real big about you respect the man of the house. The men went out and worked, and the women were taking care of the household. My mom was ironing clothes, like clothes got washed, they got ironed, they got put away, they got whatever. So, and then as a man is coming into work, like making sure they dinner on the table and all this other stuff. And even me going into my marriage, when I was married, that's who I was. Like making sure he had a hot meal when he got home and fixing the plate and doing all this other stuff. The house is clean and whatever. So I think I don't know. It can be either or. It can go either way.
Sure.
But I do feel like, sometimes I feel like I'm an alien, and I feel like people aren't used to that type of person because they're used to dealing with.
And then, Josh, I'm going to touch on what you said. I don't knock anything you said, but I say this, like some of us, I grew up, so I'm an 80s baby. So I grew up in a crack pandemic and all that stuff. So our parents wasn't around. That's why I'm adopted. My mom was a crackhead. My daddy was doing his thing. So with that being said, a lot of us didn't grow up with our parents.
Yeah.
So we our parents was out there thotting and bopping. You know, they was doing whatever they was having kids, and they was leaving us at the fire station, the hospital, wherever they could leave us. And it was up to the city to find where all your brothers and sisters were, put you in an orphanage or put you in a foster care system to connect all y'all back together. That's why brothers and sisters were.
Somebody watching.
Sorry, you got feedback. Aries, did you doing that? Yeah, somebody watching the live. I don't know where it's coming from, the feedback.
That was from my phone.
Oh, it's okay. So for me personally, I just feel like I grew up raising a whole lot of kids. My mom had anywhere from 10 to 12, but I did see her always taking care of my dad. Somebody's it says Lawrence Lewis, in the world of information, you can be taught to maintain the home. The man gonna tell you exactly what he needs. The problem is y'all teach each other not to listen to the man. Y'all pray for answers and protection and clarity. And God gives you a man. He equips men with knowledge to keep a home together. Black women just not listening. I do believe that a man will maintain a home and guide you. He'll tell you exactly what he wants. He'll tell you what needs to be done.
In 2025,
with that though.
But that's a real
man. Just like Tasha and I have two very different I guess instances and examples. I'm like, every man isn't taught that either though.
Let's start there. They don't want to acknowledge that. They don't want to acknowledge that.
Well, no, we're going to stop right there. We're going to stop right there. For the last 4 decades, 80% of households have been single mothers. So you got to understand, those single mothers are trying to be mama and daddy on Father's Day.
Yeah.
So yeah,
because where are the fathers?
That's going to be the part of the problem. However, there also is a situation where the listening, like y'all, a lot of times women tend to the whole question is that the nurture, your nature is being nurtured out of you. They're culturing it out of you. They're telling you, hey, look, don't take no mess off no man. Don't do this, do this. So you end up fighting fire with fire. You can't fight fire with a man. Girls will be like, oh, he cheats, so I'm gonna cheat back. Well, all you did was lower your value by cheating. Oh, he yelled at me, so I'm gonna yell back. For what? Can you escape a room if it was just you and him in the room? It's a situation where you no animal on this planet where the stronger is subservient to the weaker. Mm-hmm. There's not an animal. So the weaker usually through the subservience gets what they want by acquiescing. You have to be able to, like we say, that word that a lot of women do not like, submit. If you submit, most of the times, if that man has
her face.
And I hate to say that, but yeah, they don't like to submit.
Eleanor came on camera.
I don't understand why submission is such a dirty word to people. I think people take it completely wrong. I've had this conversation. I have a family member who I'm not submitting to no man, and I was like, submission does not mean controlling it. I mean,
it don't. It really don't.
A place of submission doesn't mean that the man is going to be controlling.
It just means
submission. To me, submission sometimes just means respect. Because like my mama, I don't care who knocked on that door. I don't care who called. I don't care who it came, nothing. My mom always said, my husband not here right now. You got to wait till my husband get home. If my husband make those decisions, you're going to have to call back and wait, talk to my husband. So even that, it's a respect thing. You got to give that man that respect.
Exactly. Yeah. See, I had a situation where I was on a cruise with a chick and she's just striking up conversation with random strangers. I was dead right there. In my mind, she was dead there. And what a lot of men won't tell y'all is they won't tell y'all when they've relegated you to just ass. They won't tell you. They'll just relegate you to ass because of the way you're acting. They won't tell you, oh, you need to fix this, you need to do that. Or if they do tell you and you just keep fighting it, they be like, okay, well, don't worry about it. And you'll miss out on some good dudes just like that.
Right.
A man does not want to fight somebody that can't fight him.
Can you say that again?
A man does not want to fight somebody that can't fight him.
Got it.
You understand? In our minds, when you bucking us or bucking every damn thing he says, if he's in a situation where his life is going straight, when you come into his life and all those things there, you'll be driving in a beat up Nissan Sentra. He can have Escalades, Maybachs, and all that stuff there. And you trying to tell him how life's supposed to go. You're the one that's getting this. Oh, I got flat. I'm stuck on the side of the road and don't have AAA. You're the one at the end of the month. Oh, I don't know what I'm gonna do. It's 2 days. I gotta pay this rent. I don't know how I'm gonna come up with this money. But when he says something that the stuff that's been instilled from generations of hurt from other women makes you buck.
Yeah. But you know what else though, Kenneth? The man do not mind all those problems that you mentioned with a woman. A man don't even mind taking care of women. He don't mind taking care of any of those problems. He don't.
He don't mind. As long as she don't have strong black woman syndrome.
It's not that. No.
That's my personal term for it. Strong black woman.
I wouldn't say
what? Nothing wrong with being a strong black woman, but I feel like when you
we need strong women. We need strong women, but we need strong women.
You ain't gotta be strong.
Strong in their femininity.
You need strong women. You don't gotta be strong with your man. If you at home, and that's supposed to be where you supposed to lay your head, your peace. You don't gotta be strong with your man.
To be strong for me.
You don't even gotta be in competition with them. That's your house. Yeah. You don't gotta do the whatever that is.
Hey.
Yeah, that's more of a be strong when I need you to be strong. I don't want to battle my woman every day.
Good evening. Hi, Tara.
Good evening.
Hi, Eleanor.
Especially at the end of the day, the man's supposed to be the protector, the provider, and all that. You can't be submissive. What am I doing?
Every time I open my mouth, you got something to say. Every time I ask you to do something, you got some you want a bucket. You know that type of stuff. It'll never work. A man will literally sees you do that a couple times. He's not gonna say nothing else to you about it.
Yeah, he done.
Right. I understand where men and women bump heads sometimes too, though, is because there are women who grew up who saw grandma fighting men in the streets. You know?
Right. But here's it.
And so grandma passed down like, this is how you're supposed to be with a man or whatever the case may be. And it just went from generation to generation to generation.
Totally agree.
There are those between that. But what you got to understand is for a man, especially if he's a good man and a productive man, he's just gonna, oh, okay, well, we're not gonna worry about that. If he likes you enough,
this question.
If he likes you enough to keep you around through all the extra little trauma, he might keep you around.
Let me ask you this question though, because I feel like my experience has been like me. I don't have reason to argue or fight or whatever the case may be, and I want to be as loving and as nurturing as possible. But then I'm looked at side-eyed, and there's a lack of trust because then it's like, okay, well, what is she trying to get at? She has an ulterior motive. It's got to be right. She's gonna do something. I don't trust it. And I've actually been told, well, I have trust issues because I'm loving on you, because that's weird, right?
That's true.
Now I'm fighting a battle because I'm trying to show you that I have no ulterior motive. But like, how many hoops am I supposed to jump through before you believe me? Am I supposed to keep doing it for 17 years trying to prove to you?
But that also goes into having a strong male in your life before you're dating. A man that you allow to vet men, because y'all can't vet men like you can.
You said we can't.
You know what I'm saying? Like, father is supposed to vet your man. If a dude don't want to meet your father, what are you wasting your time for?
Red flags, yeah.
If he don't want to meet the strong men in your life, what are you wasting your time for?
Right.
He's probably intimidated by strong men because a lot of these men didn't see that either. That's a big.
Then you don't need to be messing with them. See, you got to understand.
Right. I agree. That's not a personal problem.
What women don't understand is, but what women don't understand is the bad behaviors in men are reinforced when you give them pussy. If you fuck with a nigga and he's fucked up, you just giving him incentive to keep fucking up.
I agree with that. We got another comment.
Yeah, Lawrence Lewis said, you can be strong and submissive. Uh-oh, it went away. Where did it go?
Power in that, which is true. Being submissive, you really got more to control than anything if you think about it.
Got more control.
I didn't learn that until now. I'm 34 years old, and I didn't learn that
power once you submit.
On being feminine.
Same.
In my 20s,
when you're submissive, you can't say ouch about that man running to see what's going on.
Okay. What'd you say? We're over talking.
You can't say ouch in the house without that man running to see what's going on.
That's true.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? When you're a true submissive, a man will automatically fall in line if he's a man.
Life on the line for you.
You have to be able to vet that. You have to vet for the man. You have to see how a man treats his mother. If he has
that is very true.
Other women in his life.
That's very true.
You have to. You know what I'm saying? It's just like when I tell guys when I tell guys that are trying to date a girl, I tell them, hey, look, man. For one, you need to see her when she's sad. You need to see how she acts when she's mad.
Mm-hmm.
Always.
Yeah, she always crashing out. That's a head case.
That's gonna tell you all you need to know.
But I'm proud of.
Huh?
This might not be a
Yeah.
popular statement amongst the women, but and I'm not saying that you shouldn't cry. Like some people, it can't help it. If they're upset, mad, the tears just come and it can't be helped. However, like I have a male cousin that I told him, I said, do not let tears move you. Do not. I said, because here's the thing. I said, men have been taught to, a woman cries and like the little girl cries, daddy runs to her and we gonna comfort the boo-boo. Regardless of what it is, he's just soft. I use soft for lack of a better word when it comes to seeing his little girl cry or whatever the case may be. But that then turns into, well, daddy or whatever other man, whenever I cry, it's going to be a reaction. So now it's going to happen all the time. I'm going to cry to get out of this, cry to get out of that, cry so I can act my own way. And I told my little cousin, I said, say, let me tell you something. I said, I don't care who the woman is. I don't care if it's your mother. I'm like, you don't apologize. That should be apologizing because then that person's going to think that behavior is okay. And that's how they're going to get their way. So, yeah.
Yeah, I got a hard time.
That's a very true statement. I agree with that. It's emotional. I'm just like, I'm gonna figure it out, but I'm gonna cry first. I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna come to my rescue. Just give me a second. I'm gonna figure it out. That's just how
we have a comment from, I think it's Taryn. I don't know how to pronounce your name. I'm jacking your name up. I'm name jacking. It says, I think it's better. Taryn, I'm sorry. I think it's better if people are friends first. People jump into relationships at the snap of fingers. Why do you keep taking the comments down while I'm reading? Fingers. Okay, let me start off. It says, I think it's better if people are friends first. People jump in relationships at the snap of the fingers, not really knowing their the other person's background.
Yeah, not getting to know them.
This is the thing. This is one of the main problems. Like we said, we got 4 generations of single mothers raising boys.
But some men don't keep it real from jump. What they want from a woman. Keep it real from jump.
hold on, baby. Let me finish. Let me land my plane. Let me have a plane. If we have 4 generations of men being, you see, because that's another thing that y'all forget. Y'all want men to have so much empathy for y'all, but y'all forget to have empathy for those men that are raised up in those households. Those men were somebody's boys. They were somebody's kids. You know what I'm saying? So you have to understand that those were somebody's kids. They got to grow up too. What you have to understand is, if he's not where you want him to be, you cannot reward him. You have to spend more time in the talking stage and not, you know what I'm saying? And please understand, when y'all in that talking stage, y'all need to be going, like, if he pay for an outing, you pay for an outing. It shouldn't be you looking at him to be the one being chivalrous, because he's chivalrously giving up none of them goods to him. So if you're not giving up the goods to him, y'all should be going half and half until y'all make till he makes the decision to start the relationship. Because you got to understand, he has to start the relationship. You decide whether he gets sex or not. If you mess around and give him sex ahead of time, post-nut clarity is a motherfucker. If he get the sex ahead of time and he hasn't decided whether or not he really likes you like that, he can easily decide that he don't like you like that. And then you done gave away, you done got you one more notch on your belt. For what? To have a wet ass and a motherfucking steak dinner?
I cook my own.
You know what I'm saying? The thing is,
a good one too. I said I cook my own steak if that's the case. That's all, you know.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? You can cook your own dinner. So like, it should be a situation where y'all can work together. Where, like, if you meeting somebody and you really want to vet him, spend that time and make sure you wait that time out. Don't just be jumping into things. People be jumping into things and they make those mistakes.
Jumping in real quick.
Yeah, I'm scared.
I'm scared.
I ain't scared to say it. I'm scared. I'm scared to date somebody for 2-3 months. Then it's, oh yeah, I want to be with you. And I ain't met your mama. I ain't seen your house. I ain't heard you talk to no other woman other than me. You gonna talk to me nice because right now I'm from me. I ain't seen you talk to other women from me.
Damn. Well, damn. but that's real talk though. That's real talk. Like, even if you, like, say you get in a situation where you're in a situationship and you know you're in a situationship, but you do like him and you really feel like he likes you, you still need to spend that time and not be trying to push him towards a relationship. A man will choose the relationship once you show him something that he can't get somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? So that's going to.
I have no words on relationships right now.
I'm just saying that pulls a little. What women don't like to have is they don't want to have the self accountability for the building of the relationship. Also, you have, like, he's supposed to stand up like a man. Supposed to be doing what he do, but there are a lot of women that'll sit back and be like, be lackadaisical on their end. And if you lackadaisical on your end, he's gonna fuck up. It just is what it is. It's we have two separate natures. Men and women are not the same. No matter how much we want to preach that equality shit, we don't think the same. We don't react the same. None of that.
None at all.
I know, Shan, you got boys. I know you see that boys do not think like women.
No, they don't even,
at all.
Sometimes they look at me like, we're just gonna let you process this because we don't understand why you're processing it the way that you are. We'll holler at you when you're done, mama, because you got some lady stuff going on right now, and we can't even,
They understand. See, a woman is supposed to be led by men because your emotions typically jump into your logic before you make your logic. As men, we make the decision and worry about how we feel about it later.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to think about it. Say a chief is running across the Serengeti with his family and the whole village. He's the chief. the lions is gaining on them. Grandma got a bad leg. Guess what's gonna happen? I'm sorry, Grandma. We're gonna have to sacrifice you so I get my kids and my wife across the goddamn and the rest of the village over the what's the name? He'll cry later. If it was a female chief, she'd be right there dying with mama. And guess what's gonna happen?
Crying and dying.
Guess what's gonna happen?
Everybody gonna get ate up.
You lose the leader and the elder at the same damn time. It would be of no benefit to the village, correct? It just is what it is. Sometimes you just gotta those hard decisions were not. Oh wait, here you go. Here go one that's gonna piss people off. Kevin Samuels used to say that pressure was built for shoulders, not hips.
Bars.
It makes sense. It makes sense.
Them bars are
some pressure going to the hips though.
Yeah.
Hey,
another topic. Nah.
He got to work on that. You know what I'm saying? But this and going into that, see, it's another thing. The reason that like when you come into the natures as far as women naturally should keep a lower body count. Why is that? Because there's only so many big ones out of 10 people. You know, big ones like over the average five or whatever. It's only like 1.7. So it's you figure 1.5 niggas out of 10 got a larger than 6 inch. So if you keep on exposing yourself to 30, 40, 60, 70 bodies, and you only running across 1, 2, 3, or 4, if you don't hold on to the 1, 2, or 3, or 4, you will always crave that bigger one. Then them little ones can't satisfy you. That's why we're not designed the same. For a man, there's big old good ones and good old big ones. We don't give a shit. Long we come.
This man said big old good ones and good old big ones.
That's some of that old talk that y'all don't never hear. That's what I'm trying to tell you. There are things that y'all don't understand that men talk about between men. The older men pass down that information. A lot of women don't pass down the information to y'all because they see y'all as competition.
Right.
You get when a woman gets 20, 30 years old, she got a whole gamut of dudes she can talk to, from 20-year-olds to 40, 50, 60-year-olds. She gonna have the gamut of incomes. But the older that woman get, she's not gonna go down. She's not gonna go down. Why? Because the 20-year-old can't do the things that the 40-year-old dude can do for her. Biblically, a man is supposed to pay a dowry to get a wife. What type of man had enough property and money to pay a dowry? It wasn't no young jits right out of school.
Inherited or they were older.
They were older, exactly.
Yeah, they were older.
Or it was inherited. Don't leave that part out.
Yeah.
But their daddy died.
Yeah, but you know they can have that inherited sometimes, but you know that inherited wealth back in the days. It don't hit
it ain't what's going on right now. That's for sure.
They ain't hitting the same.
Ready to be king back in the days. That shit get pilfered. You ain't gonna inherit shit.
Not at
if
all.
you wasn't ready to go to war, if you wasn't just like Wild West, come up and slap you with them gloves. I challenge you to a duel. One of us is gonna walk. One of us is gonna walk. The other is going in the ground. You know what I'm saying? Life used to be really rough out here. Yeah. When people talk about, like, when women say, "Oh, I have such a hard life." You have a hard life? 50, 60 years ago, you couldn't walk down the street by yourself.
Couldn't vote, couldn't do a net, nada.
Do shit. But hold on. Not even just women, but even most American men couldn't vote back in the days. If you didn't own property, your ass wasn't voting.
Exactly.
Low key, low key, it probably should also be, it should still be that way. Because we got motherfuckers that just vote for crazy shit nowadays.
They just vote just because they vote off whatever the internet say they should do.
Mm-hmm.
It goes both ways.
We got these old goddamn dinosaurs still in the goddamn Congress that won't go ahead and just look, bitch, you 80 years old, go home.
Yeah, I don't know why they allow that.
Go home.
Yo, my son not even the same at 80, 90 years old.
Like, come on, man.
You still let them run the country.
I don't know
That's
why.
the problem.
And decide who should or shouldn't be getting abortions and stuff.
But look, when it comes to the abortion, I want black people to understand this. We done killed damn near as many babies as we done birthed. We would not be the minority if we wasn't fucking aborting kids. I'm sorry, abortion is not birth control.
White people abort kids too, though.
Yeah, but if we're aborting as many kids as we're having, motherfucker, close your legs, grow the fuck up.
That's an overall theme.
Grow the fuck up. If you old enough to lay your ass down, you old enough to have that goddamn baby. I'm sorry. That's just keeping it real.
She want to go get another drink.
Back in the day, you know what they used to do in the back in the day, you know what they used to do in the church? They send your ass to California, you go have that baby and bring your ass back home, and that motherfucker gonna stay with the cousins or something. But you gonna have that baby. That abortion shit, that's murder. It's still murder.
Murder?
Yeah.
Murder.
God, hey, when God went to Mary, he told her you were pregnant with Jesus.
So how do y'all feel about that when it's the man that don't want the baby, but you still want it? You don't think that's the same thing?
I just feel like if you didn't want it, why did you not pull out? I'm confused. We here because you.
Wait, that pull out.
Ain't no pulling out a condom. Period.
Right. If I just feel like if you knew for a fact that you know what I'm saying, the answer was going to be no. Hey, look, because what men also don't know about abortion is abortions can mess you up, and in the future when it comes time for you to have more children, you could be messed up, and you could not be able to have children. You let somebody get up in here and they snipping and clipping the wrong thing. Then you could be messed up. So if you get with a woman, if you involve with a woman and you have intercourse with this woman and she comes up pregnant and the topic was never about, hey, what would you do if, then how is the expectation for you to say,
I've been on both sides of that
your body and then you'll be all right and I'm going to go on about my business anyway.
Yeah. It's kind of like
that first time my first child, my would have been my first children actually, because we found out it was twins afterwards. I asked for the abortion. She had that abortion when we found out it was twins. I've never lived that down. I live like what y'all don't understand. Another thing y'all don't understand about men, we live with every mistake, every loss, every tragedy we've had every day. That's typically why we don't cry at funerals.
Well, why do y'all cry at weddings?
Because he's a bitch. But anyway,
it's over.
You want me to just keep it a beat? Nigga crying at wedding, he's a hoe. Unless he the dad. If I'm giving my girl, if I'm giving my daughter away, I'm like, you know, Lord,
right.
Not I'm gonna kill it. If not, I'm gonna kill it,
guys. Because he's a bitch.
But we found out there was twins afterwards. I've never forgiven myself for that. Now, I also got because I felt like I wasn't ready. I was 19. Well, 2 years later, I get somebody else pregnant. I begged her not to have the abortion. She still went and did it, and it would have been my only son that I would have ever had. Because I got 4 girls now, so that would have been my only son. She still calls me every 4 to 6 months in tears because she had one other son, but she wanted other kids, and after she had that one, she couldn't have no more because of some scarring that happened during the abortion.
Because the scarring, it makes it hard for the embryo to implant itself on the uterus. If you have the abortions, they get in there and they scrape and tug and pull. So when the embryo goes to implant itself on the wall, it just falls off. Once it gets big, it falls off. That's why can't nobody just pull up and say, "Oh, you pregnant? You got to kill it." Okay, I'm gonna you end it. How about it? Everybody gonna die. You want me to jack myself up?
You know what we gotta say? Deletions. My bad.
But when it comes to that, when a
Oh,
woman wants to do it,
unalive.
so like
Unalive.
he said, he wanted to keep it, and the woman didn't want it. What about his feelings and what his wants?
See, this is the thing. The way I see it,
I know it's your body, but what about him?
I don't believe in my. I mean, okay. You know what?
Because then hold on.
In that situation, I think some women they be unemotionally attached to the man. Honestly,
The
they don't
men,
be caring
exactly,
about how you feel.
or
They
there's
really
a
don't.
certain lifestyle. You know, when women do
Yeah.
have this train of thought that tells us even if it doesn't align with what we actually already have, that there's this lifestyle that we supposed to have if we attach to a certain man. And I just feel like if that's not the type of man you got pregnant by, that's probably not the type of men that you
You're
attract.
gonna get, yeah.
So,
That's the type of man you're gonna get.
to not say, oh, I don't want to have a baby with him, girl. He's still trying to work his way up, or he's still driving this kind of car, and I just can't see me doing it.
Yeah,
I feel like if I have a baby, it need to be by somebody like this. Well, how? If those aren't the type of men that you're having intercourse with.
Well, see, that goes
is the type of man that you can attain. There's nothing really above that's for you, because if it was, you would have that. You wouldn't have to say, well, I just don't
you
really
might
know
not
if
be
I want
attracted
a
to
baby
those
by
kind of
this guy.
men that you think you want.
Yeah.
See,
But
that goes back into
Can I?
a
Yeah.
lot of the nurturing, a lot of the naturing that's being done, that's taking our women out of a lot of nurturing that's taking our women out of the nature. See, nature lets you know that if you look at a beehive, there's the royalty, there's the queen, there's the drones, there's the workers, there's, you know what I'm saying? We have hierarchies. Everybody's shooting for the damn royalty.
Right.
It ain't enough royalty out here. You know what I'm saying? Some of
But
us
then they want to be mad if he got more than one woman, though.
Some people gonna be regular people that get that motherfucking 1 week vacation a year. You know what I'm saying? You might get taken out to dinner once a month, once every 2 months. Other than that, you might have to cook them damn meals at the house. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's not gonna get the Rollies and the motherfucking Maybach Benzes and all that other shit. Everybody's not gonna get that. And typically, what people don't understand is when you do get that, you get a whole host of motherfucking friends to help you with that nigga.
Can I say something, Kev, on that?
It come with the territory. I feel like it come with the territory.
But I think when it comes to kids and having babies and stuff too, just my personal opinion, probably don't mean that. But I think it go back to the parents too, our parents, and how your upbringing is too. Because in my house, having kids was like shunned upon. My mom used to use that like it was a gun. You know what I'm saying? Like we wasn't to have any babies. So
hey,
some of us, huh?
I told mine because I had my first child at 22, actually birthed.
Yeah.
I made my first one at 22. Now you know I just admitted that I had some bullshit going before that. But I had my first child at 20. I told my daughter, I said, don't bring me a grandchild before 22, else grandpa is not babysitting shit.
See, when the real words that you should have said was, don't bring me a child before you bring me a son-in-law.
See, I didn't have a kid till I was 30 because my mama used the baby like it was a gun.
That's the same as me.
You know,
30 was my first kid.
That's definitely
19, and I had a kid at 31.
See, 19, my mama still had a chastity belt on me. So
I was one of them. You 18 now, you can get out. 18 now, you can go, and then you go off into the world, and you're like, well, what do I really know? Because I done had a chastity belt, and I was in a dungeon, and I was protected because don't talk to men, don't sit on men's lap. Don't, if he asks you for something, don't give it to him. And then you turn 18, and it's like, hey, go ahead now, you know.
Yeah, and then you know what, Sean? When I finally thought that I was grown enough to have a boyfriend and take my boyfriend to meet my mom, my mama said, "Don't you bring that nigga to my house." I was like, "I love him." No, mama ain't want to meet him. She ain't want to have nothing to do with him. And then my mama didn't believe in house neither. So even if you even had the guts to bring a man home in my grown age, you weren't staying in her house.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, you get a hotel room. Wasn't no shacking in my mama house. Only
Okay,
person
so
that
why
said
don't
in my mama house was my mama and my daddy.
did the same rules apply to your brothers? Did you have brothers?
You know what? I don't feel like the boys in my family had the same rules because I think the men are hunters. They hunt. They had different rules from us. They got new stuff.
They
Like,
gonna bring all that food home. Some of that food ain't worth everybody eating.
The boys in my house, they got new stuff. They always had new clothes, new bikes, new this, new that. Us with girls, we wore hand-me-downs. It was like, girl, when you wear that and they had the cotton middle in the middle of the legs and shit, oh, I'm gonna get that. You know, my mama didn't buy us new stuff, but she always bought the boys new stuff. So I don't know what that was about, but yeah.
Did the boys grow out of shit quicker?
Yeah, my mom made us wear hand-me-downs.
The way I was spreading,
a girl's clothes elastic, not in his rough.
Yeah, my mama really did. I don't know, when it came to the babies and stuff though, I grew up different. Then even when I was 30 and my mom was like, your biological clock is ticking, I'm like, well, hell, 29 of my years, you was telling me don't have a kid. Now you hurry up and lay down.
I heard it from my mom at 29. Talking about hurry up before I get too old.
Yeah, for real. My mama thought I was gay. I was like, I'm not gay.
Like, I'm not gay. I'm scared. I'm just scared.
I'm scared.
A lot of gay women about 6 kids.
Now that's facts. That is all facts.
Gay?
Hey, hold on. And gay is still having them.
Right. Look at the Brad and Judy.
Man, look, man. Hey,
I had a friend, God rest her soul, but yeah, she had I don't know how many kids, and all of a sudden I came back home from the military. She living with a woman, and she like, you didn't know? Well, you got like 7 kids, baby.
How would I know? How would we know?
Having that thing for a real one.
Hey, I got a stud homegirl. She told me, she said a lot of these girls out here are fake dyking.
I was just about to say that they fake dyking.
Well, okay.
Or they failed with
trending.
Men, or they failed with men so much that they're traumatized. They still be.
It ain't that much trauma in the world for me.
I feel like there is only two reasons.
Yeah, I can't do
I
that.
feel like there is only 2 reasons.
Damn.
For a woman to be really gay. She's either freaked out, just like that. She think, she just adores the female body, or there's some trauma attached to it. It's very seldom that I sit and talk to a woman who is homosexual and dig deep enough to where they have no trauma to point out. Whether it be, I went out with this guy and I thought my outfit was so cute, and girl, do you know when I walked up to him in the restaurant, he said, "What are you wearing?" And everybody heard, and I was so embarrassed, and I didn't know how to connect with him throughout the day. So after that, I never wanted to talk to another man again. It's usually like most women that I talk to, there's some type of trauma that they've had in dating men. And it's not always he beat my ass. It's not always he cheated. Sometimes it was just like, it was simple rejection. Or it was simple like you liked him, but he didn't really like you like that.
They don't feel wanted by a man.
Yeah, exactly. So then they're like, oh, well, I never deal with that with women. Women always know how to hug me. Women always know how to laugh with me.
But you know what? I'm going to tell you something. I've done a lot of gay parties with my business, and I've seen more women being abusive. I had to shut a party down one time. They was scrapping in the front yard, and I said, they fighting hard. I had to tell them.
And they're fighting another woman. It's no hold back. See, you gotta understand.
And it's nasty when they get wild like that. That's why I can't break them up. Cause I don't break up women fights. Cause I don't want you thinking I'm in it.
Too many emotions involved. You don't get it.
Yeah, I'm not getting it. It is. But see, that go back to women always thinking with emotion and men think with logic.
That's why I can't be with. I could not really be in a relationship with a woman, because I'm like, who's going to be the voice of reason? You want to be the stud, so you're going to be a fake voice of reason. I'm going to combat that off top.
Women are emotional. You got too emotional.
And then on top of it, I'm almost 6 feet tall. So what do I look like getting with a woman? And she just like a man, but she 5'3", so I'm supposed to listen.
Right. You got two emotional thundercats talking to each other, and that ain't gonna work. Oh, hell no.
We're sitting to a point to where you're like, you need to listen to me, and I'm like, did you just put your finger in my face? You are
Yeah, you feel like bitch, because you got on 5 bras don't mean it ain't titties under there. You said your right.
Bras is dirty as hell. You want me to listen to you because you got on 5
studs and smash them bras down. They have on like 5 bras and stuff, and then I don't know.
You know, it's a common thing that I see that I'm trying to like wrap my mind around, and I'm not hating on anyone because function your household, how you function your household. The single mother getting with a stud woman, and that is now who runs the household. And not only are there girls in the household who are seeing that, but there's boys in the household who are seeing a woman dressed like a man dictate the household. And then this lady clearly has kids, so she's clearly, with it. So then when mama want to make the stud girlfriend mad, now she bringing in niggas. She's shuffling niggas through here just to make herself feel better, like I'm not with girls no more. I have a friend ex-friend who was literally like that, and I'm like, well, if you're already a single mom, right? So there's already that level of what some people may consider dysfunction in your household. Why add a woman dressed like a man into the equation? And then when that situation gets a little salty or goes south, then you bringing in a man. So now the little boy is like, okay, my head's on swivel. Like, what? The children are like, what is going on here? And I just cannot wrap my mind around it. I cannot wrap. First of all, my sons, if I bring a woman in here dressed like a man, and that woman dressed like a man is telling us what to do, my sons are going to be like, what? We're not doing this. We're not doing this. Like, what you need? What? My kids are so used to me just being by ourselves, and it's just our household, and I run it the way I run it. In the event that I was to bring in a woman dressed like a man, my children would be like.
And then the kids are calling the woman daddy.
Yeah. I'm gonna throw this disclaimer out there.
Mr. Mommy. I have one friend.
I'm
gonna throw this disclaimer out there. LGBTQ community, we don't have anything against y'all. It's just a conversation that needs to be had.
And we're just trying to understand. That's all. This conversation has come about. We just want some more understanding, because I've never seen one household like that was truly functional. Like, I'm a single mother, and my household is more functioning. My children, they kind of more on one accord. Any household that I've seen like that, it for the most part has a lot of dysfunction. It's because when the women get into it, it's so bad. It's so, I don't care who is wearing boxers, the ethicas. When they get into it, it's two women.
But that goes back to the emotional thing. That's what I'm talking about. But that's why me and Kenneth had to talk all the time. And I tell him, I am a woman. I'm a boy mom. I have a boy. And I tell him, there's a point for me. This is just me. I feel like if you're a single mom and this is why if at all costs, it's beautiful if you have a relationship. It ain't got to be y'all sleeping, but some type of relationship with that dad. Because like I told Kenneth, I feel like at 13, my son is supposed to go stay with his dad for the rest of till he graduate.
Yeah.
Because my job as what I've done what I can do for you. But now it's time for your dad to teach you how to control your emotions, how to be a man, how not to be popping off at everything, how to speak up, when you're talking to another man, look them in their eyes, do all that. I can't teach you how to be a man. I can get you to where I done nurtured you to where you are now. But at 13 and up, I'm sorry, baby, it's time for you to go stay with your dad now. Your dad is about to do what he do. And you ain't going to always like what your daddy got to say, but guess what? He's gonna turn you into a man.
That's between y'all men. That don't got nothing to do with me.
When you start smelling yourself and you start playing with yourself and you start your voice getting deeper, and I can see it's time for you to go to your feet getting big as hell. It's time for you to go to your daddy.
Them shoes $200, ain't they? Them shoes $200, ain't they?
Yeah, because for real, like it comes to a point where I know mothers be like, I can't raise a man. Nah, baby girl, you can't. You too damn emotional.
I don't even want to.
And they don't need to be emotional like that. They need to have structure. And that man, just like the household, how we were saying, how the man, like, I'm telling you, like, my mom used to talk trash. But when my daddy used to say, boom, on that kitchen table, that house went silent. And my mama knew not to play with my daddy.
Mama quiet too.
Everybody quiet. The dog shut up. The cat, the rat, the roach in the wall. Everything went silent.
That's how it is. The mother of my kids, she called me. As soon as the kids see me on FaceTime, they quiet. They ain't doing no more trouble. That's why y'all don't listen to your mama, but y'all scared to say.
That's a mother's best weapon is I'm gonna call your daddy.
That weapon.
My son could be
I'm gonna call your daddy.
My son not no bad dude, but when he them grades fall just a little bit, I said, I'm gonna call your daddy. And baby, I promise by the end of the week, my homework done is that because nobody you just don't want to disappoint your daddy. And the thing about men, they don't have to raise their voice. They ain't gotta do all that hooping and hollering. They ain't gotta do all that. They ain't gotta call you bitch, nigga, blah blah. They ain't gotta do all that. Women do that.
I could just
you got what you gotta go ahead. You want to go, bro?
No, I said all I do is stare, and my daughter already
must be nice.
Let me tell you, this is what the difference is. See, the problem is, being that y'all are nurturers, y'all typically will sit there and just be like, "Stop doing that, stop doing that." Y'all are saying so many times until you get irritated. To when you do spank them, you're spanking them with emotions. Yeah. So you're beating those emotions. He's associating ass whooping with anger, with frustration.
She was mad. She's not in a good mood. Not, I did something bad.
Yeah, that's
what my mama used to always tell me. And that's why my mom used to always tell me, don't hit my son when I'm mad. She's like, when you get mad, don't hit your son. Don't you hit him when you're mad and stuff. You wait till you calm down, you go in there and talk to him, because that's when most women be like, oh my God, I was hitting him, and next thing I know, he was dead and he wasn't breathing. Bitch, because you was mad when you was whooping him.
You ain't got to worry about that. You ain't got to worry about that, because if he do live, what you're going to do is you're going to turn him into an emotional killer. We are going to have testosterone flowing through our veins at some point. Testosterone and wild emotions equals death.
That's why I say you got to nip it in the butt.
We already are capable of death even when we're balanced. And that's why men get along better than women do. Even in workplaces and places like that, like they've had businesses where it's been an all-woman business go belly up in 6 months.
But you know what, Ken? Now in 2025, it's changing around. You see these men gossiping. They got the latest tea. They got this, and that's bitch tendencies.
Those are bitches. But it's still not changing around. Don't get it twisted. Men, we segregate who we respect and who we don't.
That part.
What y'all don't understand is like we compartmentalize everything. We compartmentalize men. We compartmentalize women. We have men that we trust. We have men that we might have like. What men do when it comes to separating friends, we might have a friend that we trust with our money and our life, but we can't trust him with our wife. We have a friend that we can trust with our wife and our life, but we can't trust him with our money. He's still gonna be our friend.
Mm-hmm.
We'll have him.
I'm like, I haven't spoken on this situation because I don't have a son. I have a daughter.
We know what
I'm just quiet.
We know where to put our eyeballs. But see, the thing is with women, y'all typically have that one friend and she do something and y'all don't like, the baby goes out with the bathwater.
Yep.
Y'all never really get to build those, like you'll have some long-term relationships, like maybe you was raised with somebody or maybe you grew up and then became friends. But the middle life friends, a lot of times they don't last long as far as groups of women. Because we like I say, we compartmentalize that. We are just like we compartmentalize women. Like, you know, a lot of women be like, "Oh, you hate women." No, I don't hate women. I don't even hate the hoes. I'm not fond of the hoes of bitches, but I don't hate them. They have their place.
One thing they say, "Oh, you hate them. You sassy for hating."
Yeah, they have their place. What they don't understand that men are always fine with those women that are good for the group.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have a problem. We're not gonna marry him.
Y'all know that off the jump.
That's why the whole them bitches shouldn't feel bad. They
No,
ain't gonna marry
the
you.
thing-
Most of them ain't
but
gonna
you-
marry nobody.
Trust me, let me tell you something. There's somebody right now looking at this live video and they nose is turned up the whole damn time.
I'm gonna tell you this about a lot of men. They all came up with that dream of having a house with a picket fence and a family.
That part.
It was one of y'all that showed him something that made him say, "Oh, I got to keep a closer eye on them because they ain't sugar and spice and everything nice." And then when we kept the eye, but then when we kept the eye, what happens is that the Jezebel spirit spreads. You'll have some good women that'll have Jezebel outbreaks.
The Jezebel outbreak is crazy.
But it just is what it is.
Like a zombie outbreak.
It is what it is.
Jezebel's out there.
It is what it is. It's so it used to be back in the days that you had a town and you had the whorehouse out on the outskirts. The whorehouse has spilled out into the streets now. You know what I'm saying? You gotta understand if 10 lions was coming down the street and only one of them was hungry, are you gonna sit around worrying about which one is hungry?
Right. The whorehouse is in the church now, so ain't nothing safe, you know.
You
kill me.
Wait.
I'm gonna say there's some Jezebels in church.
All is, and some of them in the poop. Oh wait.
Come on, man. There's Jezebelian male pastors in the church.
Smiling in your face.
I'm gonna tell you something, man. San Antonio got so many different cultures and upbringing. Some of us from the East Coast, West Coast, not from this country. It's so many different backgrounds here, man. And that's what makes San Antonio so unique.
That don't add up.
What don't add up, Quentin? But that's what makes San Antonio so unique, but at the same time dangerous. Because everybody, you meet some people that say, and they say they don't have that many bodies under their belt, right? And you're like, damn, man, you like 40-some years old. Then you meet somebody that got a whole bunch of bodies. You're like, damn, where you from? New York? Like, it's so many different cultures here, man, that to the point where it's crazy. And I don't know. I talk to people all the time, but a lot of us got military background in us. But that don't mean some of y'all ain't hoes, because I done seen you in the military.
Man, the military is one of the worst places.
They are the worst ones.
I mean, but that used to be one of the motherfucking rules of the military. Don't ask.
Yeah, because a lot of men in the military be tricky. They be using their money.
And then the
I
women
used to tell people that don't ask, don't tell. The military did not always apply to homosexuality.
I wish we would go back to that, Tasha. I just said that yesterday. I wish we would go back to that. Don't ask, don't tell.
Don't ask,
yes.
don't tell.
Hey, Tasha, but hold on. Wait. You said a lot of the men be, but a lot of women be. What you got to understand is
women drinking now. We're home.
About military and all this stuff there. The men and the women are doing it at the same rate.
Oh, big time.
Yeah, yes. I was talking about back in the day, but now it's an alarming rate.
I know women that was out there in the desert getting pregnant.
Yeah, facts. Under general order number 1.
They couldn't take their bath for weeks and still getting pregnant. I'm like, ooh.
She's fertile. She's fertile.
That sound like the old days.
Just marinated.
That's that slave pussy. I'm good.
Oh, dang. I'm gonna say that now.
18 years. 18 years. That's that. What's that new little young football player name?
Travis Hunter.
Travis Hunter.
Boy, he about to find out the hard way.
He was so gullible.
We're all so sad about that, and so sad. You know why? You know why people are so sad?
She was groomed, Kenneth.
People are not sad. People are not sad that a Jezebel is gonna get off. They're sad because he's such a good guy.
Yeah, he's so innocent.
And she's gonna ruin his career.
But I think that because he's so young, no matter who tried to help him, whatever she did, I don't know if she blew on it real good or what, but whatever she did, he wasn't gonna listen.
But here's the deal, though, Tasha.
You know what happened?
That girl was groomed to be like that. She was groomed to be that way. Ain't no way in hell she knew to do all of that, stay 90 days and get the hell on with half of
But
his money.
while we talking about, all these different cultures, there are other cultures that are like that. I've spoken to women of other cultures where they're
Remember,
like, our mothers told us to go specifically after
Korea,
this type of
We do
man.
that in college.
Korea was one of them. When them boys got off from the moment them boys got off, y'all see my car. From the moment them boys got off that plane, I lived on military base for 8+ years. The military life is lonely, and that's why they make excuses for their actions. Quinn, what you talking about?
He's talking.
Lonely.
Military.
He's talking about the male.
I know, but lonely. What was you lonely at?
They both would do that.
You talking about
I don't know.
Sexually lonely.
Hey, I don't know where he was lonely at, because hell, I was 13, 14.
Was you special forces or something?
My dad was working. and we was having a ball at the goddamn rec center. Goddamn.
I'm telling you, because the first place I got introduced to the military was Fort Carson. And boy, they used to have that little club on the Banana Belt. Woof. That was the first time I was dating this boy, and my sister took my boyfriend right from me. And I said, hey, I swear, I was sleeping on the carpet, and I heard some, and I was like, what's that? My sister was sleeping with my boyfriend, man. I never looked at a dude the same. I was like, after that, everybody was my enemy. I learned long ago, like, I don't trust no. But Monique said, when I leave the house, my mama got to go too. Yeah.
hey, man, I can tell you that is real shit.
Yeah.
From experience.
No, that's crazy.
But like you said, they are groomed. Because when I go over there to UT and all them, you'll see those women at the football practice, basketball practice, and hate to say it, 9 out of 10 times is you never seen a black woman there. So they don't. That's why everybody get mad when they see white women married to the black athlete, because them white women are there at them games, practice.
Yeah, they there.
They
they're bold as hell.
They're not excuse of it, but that's what they see, and that's what they're tending to them. I'm hurt. Oh, let me give you a massage. Let me do this.
Hey,
I'm gonna buy you some Jordans or something.
Hey, what are you gonna eat after this? You want some food?
You want to know something? They even at the D League games, they don't give a damn.
Hey, look, let me tell y'all something though.
Black women be at the club, wait for them to show up at the club.
Every race is taught that except for black women. Black women are taught, go 100%. Get your education so you don't need a man.
100%.
Yeah, that's exactly what we taught.
Races they go get your education and get you a man.
Boys.
The other races tell them go get your education and get you a man.
A good man will want you. Get you an education. Don't be outside.
Man, they groom them to be a damsel in distress, while we are groomed survival. If you don't work, you don't eat.
Black women.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then when you bask in that, that's when you get strong black woman syndrome. I'm telling you, you apply it to everything in life.
I'm gonna tell you something.
That we need to be able to take care of ourselves just in case he leaves. That's what we're
doing. I'm gonna tell you something.
You hold the door open for him.
But I'm gonna tell you something, Kenneth. I got 11 brothers and sisters, and although all of us grew up in the same household, my mama knew which ones to bring up differently. Like, for instance, me, I grew up real strong, so my mom placed a lot of responsibility on me. You know what I'm saying? My other sister, if she watching this, my other sister, no lie, right after high school, my mom had already groomed her and everything. So she came out of high school getting married. You know what I'm saying? Because my mama knew she wasn't gonna be able to survive on her own. So she taught her how to be needy, she taught her how to get a man and get married. But she knew she wasn't gonna make it out here in this dog ass world, So she knew what to do. Yeah. So my mom raised some of us, like all my sisters are married except for me. But now in my older age, I've learned to calm it down. But men don't want no woman up in their 40s and 50s. Hell, they want younger women then with perky titties and pearly whites. They ain't trying to date us. You know what I'm saying? I gotta go date fucking your 70-year-old granddaddy and shit.
Get that 401k.
It gets
Lock
hard.
it in.
Pretty
It
much.
gets it gets hard because, for one, our women aren't taught that. Hey, look, we do have we're not taught that we have different biologies, men and women. We're not taught that women have. Hey, look, you got a little window where you can give a man kids. So say that you meet in your 40s, you meet a guy that's 40, but he don't have no kids. You don't think
we think something wrong with him?
But no, it still be in his head that he still wants kids. He just ain't had an opportunity.
But the thing about it, a man can procreate all the way up to they 90 years. They sperm still good. They can be 90 and still all they soldiers merchant. Women, we got only a certain time.
You know why the sperm still good? Because we look at shit every day, no problem.
I'm raising my hand.
Go ahead.
You say you do what every day and no problem?
Men create sperm every day, no problem. Even if he can't get it up, he's still building sperm every day. I'm gonna tell you now.
Go ahead. You can tell me what.
Quentin Thompson said, "If the older woman passes the eye test, we will ride with."
Absolutely.
And those are facts. But you got to pass the eye test. You also have to pass the low trauma test. Because as a man, he can come in and he can deal with some of your shit, but he ain't trying to.
Ain't about to deal with all your shit.
He's not trying to fix you.
That part.
You like, he's not gonna be, I gotta jump through hoops that Tyrone, Jamarcus, and goddamn Quantavious then put you through.
And another thing too, with that, Ken, women gotta stop thinking that they can keep a man with what's between their legs. You cannot.
You can't.
But
no, you can't.
There are men who have trauma, so to speak, as well. But the unfortunate part about it is their trauma came from their mother. So what are we supposed to do with that?
That is another thing. That is another thing. See, men, typically when men are traumatized, it did come from their mother. Women don't really get to traumatize us because once we learn a lesson, nobody's ever going to get that over on us again. We're going to be looking for we will look for the signs. We don't take it as trauma. We take it as a learning experience. You got to understand, men by nature are hunters. We pay attention to signs. The times that y'all get shit over on guys, it's because he liked you so much he didn't want to see it. When he went back in after some girl got over on him, he remembers every damn thing, every warning sign that he should have said, you know what? Nah.
Oh.
Literally, I swear to God, it's never failed.
I've been through that.
It's never failed. You'll be like, I saw the shit. I don't know why. But reason B is that he wanted to love you so bad. Mm-hmm. Fuck over him.
There's a guy that
we still don't take it as trauma though. That's what women don't see. Y'all will let the same type of guy do the same shit over and over and over again. That's like if I get a paper cut, it's not trauma. But if I get a paper cut in that same goddamn spot, it's gonna become a festering wound. You follow what I'm saying? Men, the way we learn is by trial and error. Women learn by suggestion. That's why game works on y'all so much, because guys run game. We're taught to run game. We learn how to run game on our mama. So you're dead by the time you run into a guy that's mature. He's ran game on his mama. He knows
healed his trauma. So he's gonna go awesome trauma, and then
but if he's been traumatized,
he's gonna go traumatize the next one and the next one and the next one.
Okay, listen what I'm saying. Yeah, if he's been traumatized, he's gonna traumatize you. But when I say running game is not always a bad thing. We have to be able to tell you the sweet things. That's how you fall in love. That's how women fall in love with men. We think about it. It would not be no fucking Valentine's Day if it wasn't for men coming up with it. Y'all don't come up with that shit. Men are the ones, what can I do that would make her really just happy? She likes chocolate. I'm gonna get some chocolates. I'm gonna get them made in the shape of hearts. I'm gonna put a pretty gold and red box. I'm gonna go get some roses that go with it. Women didn't think of that shit. Y'all just loved it. Y'all appreciated it. Well, used to appreciate it. Nowadays, motherfuckers don't appreciate a motherfucking thing. Motherfuckers be doing.
I've never celebrated a Valentine's Day in my adult life.
It? You didn't give me a diamond?
You know what I'm saying?
A diamond is crazy.
Wait, you said you never celebrated Valentine's in your adult life.
I've
That
never
means
celebrated a Valentine's Day in my
what
adult
you
life.
mean? You didn't have a man, or you just didn't? You Jehovah?
A
Like
combination. It's a combination. Like I don't have a man, or we not even on good terms like that. So don't you come up in here with no flowers.
Oh, so he break up with you before Valentine's?
No, I do the breaking.
She be beefed up. She be beefed up, so she don't want to hear that shit.
Yeah, I do the breaking.
Oh,
She want to hear that shit.
Yeah. I'm why I don't got no man.
She want she
I'm why. I'm why. Somebody be like, why you ain't got no man? I'm why.
This is my fault.
You don't get to break me.
And we don't even be wanting much appreciation. We will give it to you, no problem. True.
It really doesn't take much, man. I mean, you got to understand, like when a guy asks a woman to cook for you, you don't even have to be a good cook.
Sure don't.
It just has to be edible. Shit just got to be edible. As long as
where this type of motherfuckers at?
When it comes to a black man, as long as that motherfucker got some salt and hot, as long as some salt and hot sauce in the house, we got it. Don't worry about it. Just cook it.
I mean, I've had a man just appreciate the fact that I went out and bought him some new drawers because he needed them, you know.
Yeah.
He was happy with it.
Why do you think Father's Day? Why do you think Father's Day ain't nothing but motherfucking socks and ties? and we get to cook our own meal. We get to barbecue. Because we really don't take much. Y'all are the ones that have the long list of shit. Dudes have it's a very short list. It's a very short list.
HBO Mother's Day, you got baskets, flowers, candy, drinks, wine, dine. Then on Father's Day, a card.
I'm okay sometimes with just a thank you because, you know, you don't get that often.
But it really do be the little things for us. I just want to
little things. Hey, that's a song.
The little things.
Yeah, the little things. It's the little things.
So what can we do? Anybody got some solutions on how we can get our women to be able to come back to their femininity? And
can I be completely honest with my opinion? I would love to go first.
Keep that shit out.
I would love to go first. I just truly feel that in situations like that, amongst like the different calibers, it's just like there's different calibers of women. I just feel like all you can do is continue to be a man and stand in that, because there's some men who are going to come around and they're going to pretend like they have the ability to do so. So while the pretending is going on, of course, a woman might not seem as submissive as she truly is. Of course, she might not seem as feminine as she really is.
Pretend, baby.
But
you make it. It's
but
the same.
Well, at the same time, you got to think about, this might not be you, Ken. This might not be you, Hosea. But there might be a man standing right next to you guys, and he's a pretender. And he's saying, okay, well, I know if I do this
extra shit, yeah.
If I know if I do this, that, and the other, then boom, I'm in there like swimwear. So in the times that we're living in, it's gonna be a little bit more difficult for you to meet a woman, and she automatically comes off as such, and it presents herself as, yes, I'm submissive, yes, I'm this, yes, I'm everything on the list, everything. A guy like that is gonna say, great. 4 more months of me pretending, I'll have her wrapped around my finger, and by the time I get ready to throw her to the wolves to go to the next one, she'll be so stuck on me, she's not gonna leave, and I'll add her to the list of women that I just accumulate. So I just feel like in the times that we're living in, I feel like that all real men can do is just continue to be real men, like you said. If you say something to a woman and she seems like she gives a little get back, and you're into the woman, maybe she get a second chance. Maybe you said, like the first time you said, oh, if he said something the first time, he's not going to say something the second time. maybe in the times we're living in, you're gonna have to throw the wheel out there again and see, okay, well, she bit that time. She was a little bit more gentle with the way she responded that time, so we're good. In the times we're living in, you can't just be that type of woman because there's so many pretenders. There's so many stone cold hoes and bitches out here that men are seeking women who are actually really submissive. Men are seeking women who are actually not promiscuous and just not curious about what's going on out here. So those type of women have to have some type of defense mechanism. They can't just walk around presenting themselves as understand what?
Understand when I say fake it till you make it, I'm not saying actually be pretending. I'm saying get in your feminine bag, pull that shit out and do the shit. No motherfucking excuses. No, oh well, if then this, that, or then the third, like computer programming and shit. We're not doing all that. Just be. If you just be, I'm gonna tell you, if you just be, you will put out the energy that will attract.
I agree with that.
Will you know?
You're gonna attract whatever. You're gonna attract the freaking predators who are seeking women like that because they know that they can't just attract those women.
I'm not saying, but understand this: being a submissive is a choice. It's not saying that you're stupid. It's saying that you still use discernment in looking at the guy. You still have to vet him. You still have to.
You know who used to vet. You know who used to vet our men back in the day. Daddy. Back in the day, your grandma used to vet your man because remember you had the court.
Now, mama and granny can't vet your man.
Your daddy,
no. You ain't let me finish. You ain't let me finish. Back in the day, you had the court in front of your parents. You had to go to their house. You had to sit in the living room. Y'all had to sit there and be monitored and supervised and shit, right?
Yeah, that's how even arranged marriages happen.
Yeah, it's true.
And be like, hey, come on out here, Teresa. I got Timothy out here waiting to meet you.
Some people still do that stuff in different cultures. You ever realize they be like, we already got your wife or your wife picked out for you. A lot of men in different cultures, they can't, like in Dubai and all that stuff, they can't just marry who they want to marry. It don't work that way.
Maybe I should have did that. It didn't work for me in my opinion. Oh Lord.
It
didn't work for me.
You know, look, this thing, ladies. To be honest,
it's me.
Y'all really have the driver's seat. This whole thing, like the whole situation of what we got going on right now, is not going to be fixed if the women don't fix it. Because y'all are the ones that motivate. I literally came up in 91, 92 when the thug culture came with San Antonio. I got to see when women stopped picking the nerd or the jock and just pick the jock or the thug. I literally seen it. That literally is what pushed me to the streets. Because I was the nerd. I wasn't no hell of a jock because hell, I was only 5'1", 97 pounds.
Well, they love jailbirds in San Antonio.
You know what I'm saying? So I had to get some street element to myself. I made straight A's and I sold dope on the weekends.
Not on the weekends.
Literally. Because I couldn't do it like right at my mama's house. I had to do it in my hood from when I go to my grandma's on the weekend. And I kept that under her nose until I was 20, till I caught my Fed case at 22.
Here's my thing. I feel like, you're saying get in your feminine bag. Okay, I am feminine, right? But then I get the men who tell me men need to feel needed. And I'm like, what exactly does that mean? At this age, for me, where I'm at, I'm not out here with my hand out asking you, can you put $40 on my light bill, right?
Well, no, that's not. But that seems to be needed. That's not the type of needed.
even let me hold on, let me finish
Go ahead.
because I'm like,
Let
my
you
whole
land
thing
your
is
plane.
my my whole thing is I'm like any connection that me and a man have from this point going forward would have to be strictly emotional, and there are a lot of men who are not emotionally available. So what am I supposed to do?
Find something for
Like,
him to put together at your house.
okay,
Find
Ask him.
something to put together at your house.
Find something for him to put together at your house. Find
You
something.
invite him into your personal
When
space.
your car is dirty, let him wash your car.
Okay,
Those,
that's better.
okay.
Don't let him in your house.
those are needs. Those are needs for the men. If you're
Oil
dating him,
change.
those are the needs that will make him see, okay, she has a need for him. If you don't have a need for a man, if you can't find a need in him, hang it up.
Yeah.
It's not that I can't find a need in him. I think nobody's ever explained it to me in that manner.
Yeah, but that's what I'm telling you. You have to, if he can't identify that you have a need in him, he's gonna be bullshit.
Yeah.
See, and where girls
guaranteed 100%. Guaranteed 100%. If man can't find that you need him in some form or fashion, he's gonna be bullshit. He's gonna fail you.
Look.
Got it.
True. Can I answer your question you asked her? For me, how I feel about it when it
Then we lose you.
We can't hear you.
Hey, sorry about that, y'all. I had muted my mic. I said I vet people. Like in business, I vet other businesses or people I want to do business with. I feel like we should vet people in relationships too. Another reason why women can't get men, I'm gonna step away from the submissive thing, but men are visual creatures too, so we gotta look the part. Like me, I know for a fact I don't look the part all the time because what you see right now is what you be getting. I go to the gym and stuff, but my schedule be super busy unless you invite me out to something that's like amazing. I'm probably looking crazy, so I know that's part of my problem right there. I don't have the time. My job doesn't allow me to walk around with my nails done and stuff like that. So I don't always look the part of a sexy lady, you know.
I
So
do.
I say that.
Trash. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just kidding.
But
I don't attract
emotion. I say this too. Emotionally, women, we need to. If counseling is what you need from your past traumas, then you gotta grow up and you gotta get in there and start talking to that counselor, and you gotta start self-healing because you can't. Every man you get with don't want to hear the same story. You know what I'm saying? You going to that man saying, well, this happened to me when I was young, my uncle touched me, blah, blah, blah. And you taking that in every single relationship. And then it's like, if dude knows another dude, he gonna be like, damn, she told you that too. Like, she really ain't trying to work on herself. We gotta work on ourselves too. You can't just expect a man to fix you. It don't work that way. You gotta fix yourself.
God forbid a man fix me. I feel like if a man fix me, I'm gonna fall apart again. God forbid.
Hey, I say this too, man.
I gotta fix myself.
And you gotta find a person that want what you want. Like some women, man, I'm a touch a touchy subject. I ain't gonna like it though. Y'all gotta stop with all them damn kids too, man. You gotta men be coming and they don't be having no kids and they be wanting you to have a kid. And then you be like, I don't want to have no kids because I already got kids. Then guess what? That could be the deal breaker right there. You can't have no kids, he don't want to be with you. You gotta
or you have a bunch of little kids, little girls and shit like that. And
yep.
and I have a cousin. His own daughter was on psych meds.
Yep.
Testified and got him locked up. He's been locked. He got 30 years. This man, I know he didn't touch his daughter. They found 6 months of her pills underneath her bed afterwards. And they've been trying to do the appeal process ever since.
Yeah. It's rough out there. Like you just
So you gotta understand, it's so many traps and pitfalls for men that it's certain stuff that's just not worth us risking.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
if he's once he gets 30, 35, 40 years old, he has seen pretty much everything. So he knows what shit to look out for.
Yeah. I feel like in San Antonio, man, I feel like a lot of people scared to date each other. They scared to even say hello because for getting locked up. Honestly.
Boy, I say, hey, look, I had a last year and a half ago, I had a chick that I used to talk to back when Antros was open. I was like 19.
Ooh, throwback.
Now, mind you, I'm too young to be in the club, and I meet her, and we mess around or whatever. So, turns out she was like 16, 17 at the time. This mug holds this grudge against me all the way to now. Now, mind you, she screwed my cousin, two of my homeboys at the same time. She was like the click jump off. But this mug came to my shop damn near 30 years later to fuck with me and pulled a gun. Luckily, I had the cameras and her motherfucking ass got locked up. But like, it's just crazy.
But see, you was alive to tell that story. Remember that just happened in Houston where that girl went into that barbershop, and even though they was exes from they ain't been together in years. Remember, she walked in there and shot that man, then shot herself.
Oh well, no. When she pulled that gun, I was headed to mine, so it wasn't gonna be none of that. But she didn't. She stayed her ass in the truck. But I had the cameras on her ass. So I mean, it wasn't gonna be none of that. I know how to move around. Motherfuckers can't hit moving targets. Not nowadays. They don't know how to hit a moving target.
I can't.
Unless they got a switch. They got a switch. They might move target.
I can hit a moving target, honey.
Hey, look, let me tell you something.
Military.
I go to the round.
I was about to say I can definitely hit a moving target.
Okay, you got to understand what type of movement.
I come in peace.
You got to understand what type of there are defensive moves. Like guys, our reflexes are a lot faster than yours. If I get to that door, you can hang it up. If I'm within 3 feet of you, you can hang it up. If you pull a gun on a man typically, and he's within 3 feet of you, our reflexes are fast enough to where if
I'm not putting on gun,
I don't even want to yell. I don't want to yell with no man. I don't want to do.
I don't want to fuss fight. I'm with you on that shit.
I'm quick to be like, I'm gonna cry.
I'm trying to tell y'all, like, don't get too overconfident in the gun skills as a woman, because typically if a guy's coming in your house in the middle of the night, he's coming with his own gun too.
I'm just gonna be honest with the gun thing, man. I'm ex-military. You just gotta accept that. You ever seen Family Business? We both gonna be shooting.
Y'all gonna both be shooting. Y'all gonna both be shooting, but I guarantee you,
I'm gonna protect Babe. He gotta protect me.
He gotta put less bullets in you than you gotta put in him to stop you.
But he would die for me, I know that. But at the end of the day, he better get ready. No, baby, let me tell you something. I'm a booby trapping type of fool. I'm paranoid. So when I tell you my windows got trinkets in them, so if I even hear an egg crack on that, I sleep with no TVs, none of that. We gotta sleep in the dark with the fan and shit on, because I want to hear everything in the house. If something move, I'm like, what was that? I know it. I can't help it.
As you should. You should be protected. I'm not saying that you shouldn't be protected, but I'm just saying you have to be careful. Don't get too comfortable.
Yeah, for real, because he might sleep like a bear, and I'm like, babe. Somebody in the house. I ain't got time for that. I'm popping and calling.
Okay, well, I'm not sure how much longer y'all are gonna go, but I need to go.
Hey, it's bedtime.
It is. I thought we was gonna be done at 9:45.
It was nice having y'all. How long have we gone? What time is it?
The first one is always gonna be
2 hours.
Oh Lord, yeah, it's a little late.
I guess
appreciate the opportunity.
It ain't too bad. Sometimes I like when I have a guest here, we run about 2.5 hours.
I got to prepare for these kids tomorrow. I'm a juvenile officer, so them kids be bad.
Oh wow!
Oh
Bless
God.
your heart.
Oh God.
It was nice meeting all of you. I really enjoyed y'all. Well, I know some of y'all, but it was nice to meet.
It's very nice.
I appreciate
Nice
you,
meeting y'all
Ken.
too.
Hey, come with the topics for next week. Some topics.
Oh, you're open for topics?
Yeah, I'm open for y'all to bring. You know what I'm saying? Bring a topic. Each person bring one topic or 2 topics, even a video or so.
I'm just a talker.
Because if you send me the videos, I can also play the video. We can all check out the video at the same time and comment on the videos too.
I like that.
Gotcha.
All right.
All right.
All
All
right.
right, y'all.
Good night,
Go
y'all.
ahead.
Night, y'all.
God bless.
Peace.